All right.
Yep.
We're here.
We're good.
You just never know.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Mark Allen Lovewell. I'm a folk singer from the island of Martha's Vineyard. Welcome to another one of our Sunday shows. This is Molly Conole with us tonight, and we're very excited to have you here with us. Happy Labor Day weekend. What a big deal. What a treat to have you all here.
Happy Labor Day. Sorry we were a couple of minutes late. Technical, whatever.
We had,
Those things
we had
happen.
a little glitch in there.
There was a little
glitch that was going on.
But we're back in the house. We're back here in the space, and we're back with some very important ginger beer. We left it in the cooler last week, so oh, we get something fun to play. More tunes with concertina.
Yeah,
right?
we've been doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm sure you all noticed, but anyway.
Fun.
Oh, boy.
Hope that
It's
had
live. You know
doing
it's
a
live.
happy dance.
When Mark makes a mistake, oh, it's live.
You have to do that on purpose, just to remind you it's not a recording.
Oh, and we got all the other one, Clancy early one too.
Oh, yeah. We have another one. This is a new one we've been learning and having a great time.
Isn't this fun? I want you to comment. If you like hearing us doing this, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear from you. These flute and concertina, what do you think of it? I think it's pretty cool, isn't it? Pretty salty, isn't it?
Alright, here we go. Fun. That's fun.
We practiced a little before and we kept making mistakes, but we did all right.
We did all right. That was fun. That one has a funny name. I'm not sure how you quite say it, but maybe Planxty
Irish
Irwin.
tune.
Planxty. Planxty. It's fun. That was really fun.
Isn't that wonderful? I love that tune. When I first heard it in a coffee house in Kingston, Cape Cod, just north of Cape Cod, in a coffee house. A fellow played it on the fiddle. I almost burst in tears hearing that tune.
Aw, that would have been so pretty on the fiddle.
So sweet.
That's
so terrific.
Nice.
Anyway, we're excited because we're now into a whole new season right now. August was remarkable.
It was chock full.
It was chock full from one end to the other to the... How was it with you? How was August for you? It was amazing.
I hear you.
Let's look and see on some of those comments over there. How are we doing over there? Yeah, it was phenomenal. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And now we're getting into September, which will be just as busy. We'll be busy.
But it's a different kind of busy.
Yeah.
It's like a new start of busy. Like, like school
Back to
time.
school.
You get those new sharpened pencils instead of the ones that are worn down to the stubs.
Yeah, from June, right? Or
That's
whatever.
right. You get new pencils.
And it's the remnants of my memory as a little kid, going to school. Like the idea of anticipation, looking forward to change, looking forward to all of the details of autumn, not just weather, but in terms of we were just commenting when we were walking over here and just over from the house how dark it is, and we've lost so much daylight just in the last few weeks,
and drier and cooler. The air is different. The colors of the sky are different. They're deeper, richer. Yeah.
And these remnants of the childhood means grabbing a new book to read. I hope any one of you are reading a book. Please let us know what you're reading. I just think it would be a fun thing. Is that if you're reading a book and you're having a good time with it, post it, the name of the book, and maybe a little explanation of it. I think we'd welcome anything anybody says about what they're doing new, what they're immersed in. What are you immersed in right now? I'd love to know. I think we'd all love to know. I think that, as you've already been following, the comment community that we have is a pretty attentive group.
Yeah, we see you're all over there saying things.
Posting.
There's Velma and Uta and Carol and a whole bunch. I can't see them all, but Hey,
please let us know what you're
here,
reading.
everybody.
Let us know what, obviously, have you got, where you're going to get, it's hard to think of it, but somebody's going to go out and get a new sweater. Someone's going to go out and get a new something,
Or start knitting.
Start
This
knitting.
Is a good
Or
knitting
you could
season.
start knitting now.
That's right.
It's a great, I'm in favor of spring. I'm not want to diminish any of the other parts of the year, but I just think fall. I love being a New Englander. I love the change. I love the welcome, the warmth,
I have to say that all the years that I lived in Florida, that was the number one thing I missed. Come fall, and it's time for that change of weather to go along with the change of going back to school and the excitement of learning new things and starting new projects, and the weather was just as hot. I really love that cool air blowing in. It's really nice.
When I was a little kid, when I was a teenager, I had an opportunity to live in the Orient for a year. I was in Thailand in high school. And that was an experience not to have winter. So in all my life, I've always had winter except for that 1 year. And I'm not into shoveling snow like you, or any one of us. But, I'm not into breaking my back and the inconvenience of shoveling myself out of a ditch. But I do like the snow coming on my cheeks.
I like it too. And watching it make patterns on the windows. It's great.
And Molly and I are talking about this fall. We're talking about, and we like to hear from you as well about ideas and things that we could be doing to help, contribute to the strength of the show. Because you're awesome, as a followers.
We love you guys.
It's great to be back in the A&E house.
But it was great to figure out a way that, since we couldn't be here last week, how we could do it and still be with you guys. That was really fun.
Last week there were tens of thousands of people right in my backyard.
That's right.
Or next to my backyard.
Yeah, right about
part of a
8 feet from here.
Music festival. Yeah, there's. In some of the aerial shots of the concert that took place here, you could see this building right there on the edge. And if you saw that photo, you would understand why there's no way we could possibly hold the show. Anyway, it's all cleared away now, and there are a few things more they've got a few things to do, but anyway.
You're gonna sing us a song, right?
Now I'm going to do the song The Diamond, which is a Scottish sea shanty.
I don't know if I remember it, but I'll sing along if I know it.
You know
you
this
can
one.
too. Okay, all right, here we go.
It's a Scottish whaling song.
I like the minor key.
Oh, and it's as old as the whaling era for New England, because the Scottish were whaling a long time ago. So. Oh, the diamond is a ship, lies from the Davis Strait she's bound. Here it is all varnished with a bonny lass to drown. Captain Thompson gave the order to sail the ocean wide, where the sweethearts adieu. Cheer up tonight, let your hearts never fail. While the bonny ship, the diamond, goes a-fishing for the whale. It'll be bright both day and night when the bonny ship comes home, with a ship that's full of oily boys and honey to our they'll make the cradles for the rock and the blankets for the tears. Every girl in Peter's head will say, hush, abye, my dear. Cheer up, abye, let your hearts never fail. Well, the bonny ship, the diamond, goes a-fishing, goes fishing for the
I like that one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Anyhow, we got our ginger beer
Oh,
out.
gotta have a
We
toast.
took some heat last week, I think. Did we take some heat? I think we
think
took
we-
some heat from some folks.
Sharon
Where's-
noticed. Sharon, this is for
where's
you.
our
I'll have
props?
a sip for you. We had
And
them.
you should be joining with us, whatever it is. This is non-alcoholic,
That's right.
so we
A
won't
toast.
get in.
A toast to
we
you.
won't get in trouble when we walk the 50 feet from here to the house. We'll be sober.
Cheers. That's right. Non-alcoholic ginger beer. Oh boy, more concertina.
'Twas Friday morn when we set sail. We'd not been far from land, when the captain spied a lovely mermaid with a comb, a glass in her hand. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. Well, up spoke the captain of our gallant ship, and a great old captain was he. I have a wife in Salem town, tonight a widow she'll be. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow, while we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. Well, up spoke the cook of our gallant ship, and a greasy old cook was he. I care more for my kettles and my pots than I do for the bottom of the sea. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow. Oh, we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, 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 and the landlubbers lie down below. Well, up spoke the cabin boy of our gallant ship, and a dirty little brat was he. I have some friends in Boston town, but they don't give a halfpenny for me. Oh, the ocean waves may
skipping to the top.
And the landlubbers lie down below, below. And the landlubbers lie down below. All right, one more verse. I know you've been waiting.
Yeah.
Well, 3 times round went our gallant ship, and 3 times round went she. The 3rd time round our gallant ship, she sank to the bottom of the sea. Oh, the ocean waves may roll, and the stormy winds may blow. Now we poor sailors go skipping to the top, and the landlubbers lie down below, below. And the landlubbers lie down below, below. And the landlubbers lie down below. Isn't she had a lot of wonderful depth to the tune? Joining
You're
in?
saying because I was being an alto and that would be low. I still keep trying.
Anyway, thank you,
No.
Molly.
Thank you. That was fun. That's fun.
Well, there's a storm spinning out there in the middle of the Atlantic, or south of the middle of the Atlantic, called Earl.
Oh boy.
And it's forecast to become a hurricane, which will pass to the east of Bermuda.
Okay.
This is that time of year
Oh yeah.
when every boat owner, anybody who lives along the coast, have a greater awareness of the power of the ocean. Even though a storm may be hundreds of miles to the east, and the forecaster is saying, we'll be fine. It's just, you have this awareness of the volatility, or was it, the strength of storms. August, there were no named storms. No named Atlantic storms. What an amazing month that was. We had great weather, and we had drought, and we had, scarcity of water. But now we're getting into there's so many colors so many flavors to the autumn.
That's true.
You think of cider. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Think of pumpkin pie, maybe.
That's right.
We've been
Scallop season starting.
Oh my God, bay scallop season.
The Derby. The Derby's
We got the
coming up.
fishing derby starts next weekend,
Yeah.
and it's an important derby. It's an important contest. Over 3,000 fishermen compete in Martha's Vineyard alone for this contest. It's just a Martha's Vineyard centered event, and this year they're going to be fishing for bluefish, Atlantic bonito, and false albacore. And even though it's called the striped bass bluefish derby, there is going to be no competing with striped bass.
Ah.
And there's a big deal. There's a big reason for that. And it's because of overall concerns of the state of striped bass. And when you have a fishing contest with so many fishermen hitting the water, you want to be thoughtful about the resource. It's also logistically a nightmare to try and enforce, because the regulations around striped bass in Massachusetts are such that you can't come in with the biggest fish. It's a slot. The idea is to leave the big mamas alone so they can produce more babies. And so having a fishing contest that rewards fishermen for catching the biggest fish when the fish are having a tough time, not a good idea. So, they're not changing the name. It's still called Striped Bass and Bluefish Derby, and that's a good thing, because we want more fish in the ocean.
That's right.
And we as responsible sportsmen, we as responsible recreational fishermen, and obviously we as commercial fishermen, can only survive if there's lots of fish in the ocean. Who wants, I'm talking commercial, I'm talking recreational, I'm talking everybody. Who wants to be at a state where we're not sure how many, if there are any out there? That's just that's not acceptable. So the idea is we as a human race now have to be responsible for the health and well-being of Mother Nature and all of the fish of the sea. And so I don't want to get into a lengthy argument or discussion with somebody, because there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of feeling about it. But the one thing that we all can agree on is that we don't want to go fishing if there aren't enough fish out there. We just don't want to go out there and catch the last fish. We don't want to go out and catch the last fish's brother or sister or whatever. We want it to be a lively, viable, sustainable, healthy fishery.
To make good, fun memories.
Right. And who wants to raise a child and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. You're not going to catch any more fish as you were an adult, because when you were a kid, we weren't taking care of the fish, so that you as an adult don't have any." Anyway, that's enough speaking for me, but the idea is we love the Derby. We love the camaraderie. We love the fellowship of standing on the shoreline, hoping to catch some kind of something. He said, "Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We can go ashore and we'll take our pay. It's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. While the voyage is done and the gales do blow, and it's time for us to leave her. While our sails are furled and our work is done, leave her, Johnny, leave her. We can go ashore and we'll have some
fun.
And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. While the voyage is done and the gales do blow, and it's time for us to leave her.
Oh, I know what we're gonna do next. Oh, I love this song. You wrote this one. Yay!
Yay, thank you.
This is a pretty one. Speaking of fishing,
Yeah,
this
gotta
one
do
is
this. Gotta
Fishing Boat Sarah.
Yeah, fishing boats there. We love that song.
Oh, I forgot this one had harmonica.
Sneak it in there. Sneak it in.
Bonus.
Oh, yeah, we gotta get putting it. Speaking of fish, this is a song that was written to pay tribute to the commercial fishermen that go out there and small fishing boats, family-owned small fishing boats. If you're a fisherman and you're out in a corporate-owned, company-owned fishing boat, well, This is not against you. It's just simply, it's about your roots. There's been so much consolidation of the commercial fishing industry around the world.
Just like what's happened with farming, right?
Corporate-owned farms versus family-owned farms. So that's a whole story and that's a whole conversation. But this is a song that pays tribute to the fishermen, families. Father and son, grandson, go fishing. Granddaughter.
Yeah.
And in the case of some, I know some women captains.
Like Captain Maggie.
At dawn we're bound far away, leaving the town, the bright lights and the sounds of the day, leaving breakfast on the table, leaving our daughters and neighbors behind. We're heading east to the fish, Sarah carry us on. Measure of what we do is not the fish in the hole. Biggest payback isn't when the fish are sold. We got memories of Grandpa, a Highlander back in his day. We're carrying his story, Sarah carry us on. Sings below the deck, the wake swirls behind. Might tell you something about who we are. I'm the gift that we wear. Doesn't hold a coin to the women we left at the dock. Garden in the backyard, clothes hanging on the line. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide, falling in that net, our friends by our side. By our side. We're off on Georges, watching the whales swim by. Plenty of room for all of us when the fish finally arrive. I don't know what you're talking about. This small boat belongs out here. We're doing all right. Sarah carry us on. Carry us on. turning with the tide. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. On in that net, our friends by our side. Pilot house windows fogging, radar spins round and round. Coffee's burnt and it's too hot, the autopilot is down. And then it's coming back loaded, there's seagulls drifting nearby. We've done our fishing, Sarah carry us home. Carry us home.
Yeah.
Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. Riding on the ocean, turning with the tide. On and in that net, our friends by our side. All right, this is the most important verse. The wishes that we carry makes being out here so great. That our loved ones are cared for and their dreams they are met. We all want good weather, we want a lot of fish out here. We turn into the west, Sarah carry us home. Carry us home. All right, one more time in the chorus.
Here we go.
Riding on the song.
Hope you're singing along.
That's an important song. It's
Pays tribute to some good,
really
people.
hard. I mean, it's our community. It's our community. It's our coastal communities up and down the coast. There's so many fishermen who can relate to that story, and on the West Coast as well. And it's in the Gulf of Mexico and up in Alaska. I sang this song several times at the Fisher Poets Gathering in Oregon before an audience of many commercial fishermen. And
I bet that they could really relate to it.
And they've been very sweet. They're very kind to me, and it's totally terrific. I got some fun news to share with you all. I mean, it's anyway. It is what it is. We got a new Patreon supporter.
Yay!
We got somebody who's joined with us. You know that I've said this before, and I probably wear you out hearing it. Is that that the cost of the show, we're carrying it, but the people who are really carrying it are Patreon supporters. They are supporting us. They're funding us every month. They give a little contribution to us.
Yep.
And that makes it possible. And if you don't think that's in value, you ought to see some of the early shows I used to do before we got lights, before we got this streaming service that helps us get the music to you in stereo. That music you're hearing right now is in stereo. If you haven't noticed, some of you will notice it. And it's exciting to have people join with us. Susan is her name, and Susan joined us last week.
Thanks, Susan.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. And I wrote her a thank you. She's actually been watching this show for more than a year, so it's like great to have her aboard. There's some really cool, wonderful people who are Patreon supporters with us, and I have my hat is off to them with high regard, and they contribute, and not only monetarily, but they give me their opinion. And they do all kinds of wonderful things. And so what makes this community, it's not just us feeding you. It's not us just doing this because we're nice. We're doing this because there's an economic engine to it. And
but also because we love to do it.
Yeah.
And we love to have you all here. All of you here. And thanks for all of your comments and stories. I see some we're going to catch up with after the show for sure.
Yeah, please give us some comments. Your comments all summer, your comments are terrific all the time. And it's just a treat. It's truly a treat. Can we make a toast to them?
Oh yeah, we gotta have a toast.
We hope you like the show tonight. Hope you have welcome to fall. More technically, welcome to Labor Day weekend.
Yes, Labor Day weekend. Hope that you've been able to celebrate and that you might have a little bit of cool weather blowing through wherever you are. That would be good. A little rain, a little good variety. Right.
Yeah. And you like hearing Molly play the flute?
I like it. And I never had an idea that I'd be playing with a concertina player. Isn't that cool? See, talk about starting new things. Isn't it great? So fun.
I bet you didn't even know you were going to be singing with a salty guy.
That's right. That's right. I love it.
We went sailing. We went sailing on Friday.
That's right.
We took family out.
That was fun.
We took a lady who'd never been in a sailboat before.
It was great.
We took her out sailing.
She had a great time.
And then the other lady had never been in a catboat before. She'd been sailing. We're all about sharing. That's what we do. We love to share. We love to share things.
That's right. That's right. Oh, I'd love to share this song with you.
Yeah, thank Thank you for joining with us today. If you got any suggestions, comments, don't forget I asked you all what book you're reading. I want to know what you're reading. We're in favor of books.
Books are good.
I'm all right with television, but I'm more interested to know what you've been reading. Spanish maiden, it is time to bid adieu. Happy times we've spent together, happy times we've spent with you. Cape Horn, one frosty morning, and the sails were full of snow. Tight those sheets, I'm pulling those halyards. Let her off, and let her go. Have a nice week, everyone. Please feel free to comment throughout the coming week. We love your emails. We love your messages. We love your participation.
That's for sure.
It extends our family. I mean, it's really a treat. No kidding.
No kidding.
Many thousand miles behind us. Many thousand miles to go. The ocean loves her waves to bring us
Have a great week, and hope we can hear those crickets. another sound of late summer and fall.
We were actually hearing
Sing
fireworks. There was somebody shooting fireworks down the.
That must have been a
Down
Happy
the road.
Labor Day thing. Happy Labor Day!